guys, it's ASBYT and today we're talking watches. And more specifically, we're talking Xiaomi smartwatches and just their fashion watches in general, because we've got some absolute belters. That's right, I said the word belters. We've got some belters that I think you might be interested in if you're looking to possibly buy a smartwatch / fashion watch for this sort of holiday season going into the start of early 2019. These are my picks right now, so without further ado, with no time to waste, See what I did there? Let's get straight to it. Now, you may or may not know, but Xiaomi have officially opened their brand new Mi store in England, in London. So I'm getting a lot of requests now. What are the best Xiaomi products? I'm going to be doing my top Xiaomi smartphones very, very soon. That video is going to be epic because I think we're going to go with 7. I have 7 incredible smartphones from Xiaomi that I'm going to be sharing with you, but I'm just waiting on a couple more details. And I'll leave it there. But now back to watches. Now, because I do a lot of hands-on unboxing videos, many people will obviously see hands and wrists in the video. It's inevitable. And as a result, I often get asked, what watch am I wearing for that specific video? So I thought, I'll showcase my personal favorites and ones that I'm wearing currently at the moment. And they also range massively in price as well. Some up in the hundreds, right down to ones that cost around £15–20. So right here on the table, I have 4 different watches for you. Well, 3 on the table and 1 on my wrist, because this is currently the one that I like to personally use. So we may as well start with that one. So this is not a smartwatch, but it is made by Xiaomi. Now, it's an automatic mechanical watch, which means, of course, it doesn't take a battery. It works with the movement of your wrist when you're walking, for example. One of the main reasons why I like this so much is because you can see the inner workings of the actual watch. Now, I know this isn't rare. There are lots of different watches that actually do this, but that is my personal preference in a watch. I love the skeleton sort of feel to it. I really like to see the sort of work that's gone into creating a watch, and you get that with this sort of design. That, for one, I absolutely love. Now, what's special about this is, one, like I said, it's made by Xiaomi, but it's made in conjunction with Michael Young. Now, if you don't know who Michael Young is, then I didn't, if I'm being completely honest, and I apologise, Michael, but I hadn't heard of him because I'm not really necessarily into design or fashion, as you can probably tell. I mean, look at what I'm wearing. Though, in all seriousness, I like my fashion, but in terms of designers, I wouldn't be able to tell you. So I didn't know who he was. I did a bit of digging, and I realised that he's quite the man, to be honest. So he was born in Britain. He actually ended up moving to Hong Kong, and he has many different products which have been showcased, exhibited in the likes of Milan, Paris, London, Miami, etc. He's worked with headphones, glassware, watches, bicycles, bags, furniture, etc. Obviously, this comes with a leather strap, but another great thing about it, it comes in the box, presentation-wise again. Hats off to you, Xiaomi and Michael, or Mr. Young. Sorry if that's rude, just calling you by your first name. It also comes, as you can see in this, with a metal strap, and obviously the watch goes in that bit there. I just think it's a great bit of kit. Now, before we move on to some of the smartwatches, in case you were interested in these Xiaomi fashion watches, the exact same Xiaomi watch pretty much from Michael Young, but we have it. I'm just doing a quick unboxing for you now. We have it in the square face as well. So if you prefer the sort of Apple Watch-esque design, the square over the sort of circle, have the 2 different options here. Now, the square watch is a little bit smaller than the round watch. I personally prefer rounded watches, but I know a lot of people like square ones as well. So, and there's an example of how it comes, like I said, with the leather strap on the top here, and then underneath you have the metal watch strap as well. So the straps are interchangeable as well. That's another great thing. So even if you don't like any of these 2, you simply just click that little button there and it pops out nicely. It's not really a button, but you get the idea. Now we're going to jump onto my favourite cheap smart band from Xiaomi before jumping onto my favourite Xiaomi smartwatch currently on the market. And remember, I will leave all of these products listed and linked below, so if you are interested in any of them, you can go through and check them out in more detail, or indeed purchase them if you so wish. Right, so my favourite smart band, for many different reasons, is the Mi Band 3. Now, the Mi Band 3 is a fantastically affordable smart watch or band. It's more of a band or a bracelet, as they say on the website, but it has all of the amazing functions you would get on a fitness tracker. But the main 2 things for me that are amazing amazing is the fact that it's £20 and it has a battery standby time of 20 days. So in terms of charging time as well is 2 hours. So in terms of charging ability and battery on this band, whatever you want to call it, is phenomenal. So if you're one of these people that just wants to whack something on, you want to be able to check the weather, check your stats, fitness, all of that sort of stuff, then this is probably one of the best, not even just in Xiaomi products, this is probably one of the best products you can possibly buy right now. It's an OLED screen, you can use it with Android phones, you can also use it with iPhones, so if you don't want to shell out on a brand new iWatch, that's not a thing. Apple Watch, if you don't want to buy a new Apple Watch because it's ridiculously expensive for you personally, you might want to go with a cheaper option and get something that's only about 20 quid, but is still compatible with your iPhone. Now the actual battery capacity is only 110 mAh. Now you might think, well, that sounds really, really small, but you've got to remember that as it is an OLED screen and because most of the pixels aren't being used up, most of the screen will be black, which means that when it's black, the pixels are turned off, and because the optimization is so good as well, it lasts for donkey's years. Now in terms of how it looks on the wrist, so it's not too garish, it doesn't take up too much space on your wrist. If you have small wrists or you just don't like big watches, for example, then you're probably going to prefer something that's a little bit more slender like this, and it's just really, really comfortable because it's so light. You can go swimming with it, it's water resistant, you can sleep monitor, heart rate monitor, you can also control your smartphone with it and take photos off your watch, you know what I mean, you can take a photo with your phone by give up. Now, because I get a lot of these products early, I have the Chinese ROMs, and I've kind of had to flash English ROMs onto them, but in the link below, they have global versions available now, so feel free to go through and check that out. So don't worry about it coming with Chinese writing, it will be in English. It also now comes with an English manual, which is something that I've been sort of pleading with Xiaomi to start producing. And now we're on to our final watch of the video, and it's something that I've been asked so many times because this has been my go-to watch for so many months. Before I decided to go with more of a fashion watch for the time being, this one here is the Xiaomi Amazfit Stratos 2. It's got about 100 names, but this has been my go-to smartwatch and probably is still my go-to smartwatch right now because, again, if you know my channel, you will know that I have a passion for carbon fiber. Carbon fiber, everything is my term, and as you can see, we have a wonderful carbon fiber finish to the edges. You have the glass on the front, you also have obviously on the back the place to charge, just the 4 pins there, and we have a rubber strap as well, so it does stay nice and comfortable. Now, one of the main reasons how this watch has such good battery life is because of its transflective display technology, and that basically means, in layman's terms, whatever light it gets, whether that be sunlight or room light, it takes that light into the watch face and reflects it back to you, so it can show you the watch face without lighting up that display, again saving battery. Now, it does have a backlight, so as and when there is a limited light available, it can switch on that backlight, so obviously you can use it at night as well. Now, this watch retails for about £130, again link in the description. It has all of the necessary things you need from a smart watch: weather, fitness tracking, heart rate monitor. It's got 512 megabytes of RAM, 4 gigabytes of storage. It is an OLED display, and again, it's got 280 mAh battery capacity. And while you may not get quite the battery life of the Mi Band 3, it's still about 5 days standby, which for a smartwatch, most smartwatches that you will find tend to be, you'd have to sort of charge them every day. You simply don't have to do this. With this, I can take this away and get between 2 and 4, depending on how much I use it, but certainly a fair whack of use before needing to charge. So when I'm traveling, for example, and I need a smartwatch, this is great. Again, anything above Android 4.4, you can use this. You can also use it again on iOS, so if you've got an iPhone, no problems. It's also waterproof up to 50 meters as well, so if you wanted to take it swimming, for example, you would have absolutely no problems. So it is really one of the best all-round smartwatches available now. Now, there are apps available for both of these on the respective app stores, and you can check data, you can check figures, stats, all of that sort of stuff from your day if you so wish. So another really handy tool. Now, like I said, I will leave links to all 4 of these products in the video description below, so if you are interested in getting any more information or indeed purchasing them, you can go and do that. And also, if you have any questions, because it's been quite a fast and furious video, so there may have been a few things that I've missed out, and if I have, then again, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll try my best to let you know. Like I said before, I will be bringing you my top Xiaomi smartphones as well for right now, so if you are interested in that, then make sure you are subscribed to the channel, turn on the notification bell, so that every time I post a video, you are notified. I do pretty much daily content here on everything tech on this platform. I love you and leave you. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.